That's right! Today we drove all the way to the moon. So, what happened? Well, yesterday, right here, we loaded calls, remember? We move over to Spy to jolt your memory. Okay, here we go. Let's just use this chart. But anyways, we took calls here yesterday. After that shit day here. After hours, pre-market, come down, boom, hold. Absolute insane ripper out of the gate. Because the vibe is that, hey, this Greenland shit is going to work out. Then Denmark says no. Ooh, we come down here. Anyways, I start looking at this bear flag and I'm like, God damn, it's holding. Okay, I'll start buying. And at this point, I'm reloading the same premiums, right? 682s for Friday. And QQQ 619s. And holy shit, then the Truth Social post comes out that everything's good with Greenland, Iceland. Who the fuck cares? Absolute insane ripper, ended up with 46% on the port. Now, tomorrow, core PCE. What does this mean? Well, damn, that's a nice looking chart without all the shit I usually have. I'll tell you. Core PCE, your chance to fill this gap here. Okay, obviously, if you look here, you'll see that 689.47 has not touched. Okay, can we go higher than that? Sure, but here's the dealio. There's another. Okay, there's another ghost. I, however, think even let's just zoom in here. It's telling me it's like 677.60-ish. Okay. And can price go down there? Yes, either on a hot core PCE or after we go gap fill. Tomorrow is Thursday. Thursday is notorious for gap fills. However, if that shit is good, don't worry about it. We'll revisit it later. And I think, even though they tried to hide these fuckers so good nowadays, where are you? Here. I just want to show you guys, there's a shit ton of dark pool, because that's after hours, after the MOC, right? There's a shit ton of buys down there. Now these are still trickling in. Let me see if it's picked up any new ones. Nope. But just by like eyeballing the manual orders, there's a lot down there. And these are all after hours, obviously, but let's go. As you can see, there's a lot of fucking buying in this area. So it could well, all these green ones are the fucking same price, right? So it could well be a print. And if it's a print, you go higher. Now, overall picture, right? Let me skip back to SPX here, just for fun. Sorry, it's been a long day of dopamine and yeah, all of that. You have this gap open. This gap will fill. 100% sure this will fill. When? Could be tomorrow, could be Friday, could be Monday, could be next week. Will it fill? Yes, absolutely. Stick a bunch of alerts down there so you know. This pattern, wham, boom, wham, boom. What? Does it hit that level? Maybe. That is point of control. That is gap fill. Does not need to go any higher from here after that. Okay, stick an alert right there. Why does it? Am I alerted out because I got 6,000 alerts on? Is that what it's trying to tell me? Let's stick one right there. So with all of these ghosts, and again, why did I sell my calls here and here today? All these ghosts, I've noticed, set your alert like 10-15 cents away from them. Otherwise, you'll get fucked. So yes, the gap is right there at point of control. I'm gonna alert myself to get the fuck out right there, unless it's a gap up. That's an automatic sell. Down we go. So usually when the VIX does that, it'll bounce within a day or two. So again, the expiration was today, usually followed by a couple of days of volatility. Prime example, prime example, prime example, prime example, prime example. You get the drill. Okay, so basic stuff. This gap is still open. If we rip these fills, and I'll explain why, I'm putting some alerts right there for myself to get out of dodge. To the upside, it can go wherever. But I told you guys yesterday, when everybody was like, fuck man, it's a given that the sky is falling, that yes, that can happen. But because this VIX is all the way outside of the Bollinger Band, usually this happens, and it did. The interesting part here is this. Now we've been trading this for, watching it like a hawk for months, right? And you mean to tell me that this whole move today is just a compressed vol situation? That is fucking wild. And if you study this, you know exactly what I mean. Now you got a gap here that will also fill, but it's making a range. Okay, so this is the same pattern as SPY had a week ago when I said there's a possibility to rip. We had that, we were waiting for that, that didn't happen, so done. This could go as well. Okay, let's check the NAMO. I was very clear on yesterday that it either does a inverted head and shoulders up to here, and then you have a long way down, and looky, what is fucking cooking? Exactly that. Okay, beautiful. Now we know. Thank you. And the reason is also, look, there is no dark pool behind this move. So this was either a John Rambo move where they did it too fast, or someone was asleep at the wheel. That's why I think usually with these VIX moves, you get a pop in the market, then they sell it. After they sell it, and the second round of people, the put boys who made their money here, who've already lost it, they come in and short it. Then you get the actual move. Classic whipsaw move. What would support this? Boom, that would support it. So we could be halfway through this move. Again, that's all-time high, almost to the gap. We don't have to go any higher. We can come down. I would think we overshoot it a little bit, come gap fill, then this stabilizes. What happens after that is the unknown, because we do not know still yet to this day if we are about to Dow Jones 50,000 and then do Dow Jones 100,000 like Trump said, or if we just did that and this is just this and we're about to cruise way down south. It remains to be seen. Okay, but today was absolutely epic. Either way, pretty bullish flow here after hours. I doubt they put out a shit core PC. Anything's possible, of course. The narrative here is, well, you got Iran, you got this Greenland deal, and I think it's going to be a good time to start really investing in all the companies that are going to go drill for rare earth there, etc., etc. Then you have the Fed. Does Powell stay on the board? Does that make a situation happen where you have like half of a Fed for Powell and half of a Fed for Trump? That's why Powell was at the Lisa Cook trial. Is the Supreme Court giving publicly a win in the sense to Powell because they want to support Lisa Cook and say Trump can't fire her? Because they are not going to rule against him on the tariffs. The tariffs are a big deal. February 20th. Then you have the whole possibility of a looming government shutdown that hasn't hit the news. There's too much to call right now. So we kind of have to take it day by day, which works for me. I mean, yesterday, as I said, I was like, I ain't fucking trading, I'm waiting. Boom, abs 2 moves in a day. So at going higher, we can go up to here. Then we got that 630 QQQ ghost. I don't think that hits until we have these tech earnings come in. To the downside, we have the 674 spot, right? Big rotation. Again, I know this is carrying out a little bit longer. That Nvidia trade today was absolute fucking in the zone, gut feeling times 2. Again, I mean, this one was just insane. That was even more insane. Jensen needs to make this deal happen. Meta also woke up today, which is good to see. A lot of them came close to filling the gaps. Avgo nowhere to be found, but if he defends the gap again, I mean, it's pretty spicy. Apple coming out with some bullshit news of a pin. Tesla woke up. A lot of these names got cycled in. And what is the reason Mag 7 woke up? Well, as I said end of last year, I think that they are going to go through all of the small cap, mid cap shit companies, sell bags. You saw this gap filled straight out of the gate, and now we're over. So this is leading still, and they're going through shit companies, in my opinion, that are going to be absorbed by the new system. End of week, banks have not woken up. Is this same pattern as here that then didn't go? Is this just a shoulder? Boom, coming down. Do we have an absolute Friday JPM ripper on our hands? Possible, okay? And before we wrap up with just this absolute epicness, let's take a quick look here. Yameta getting loaded, QQQ getting loaded, SPY getting loaded. So they are actively loading. Let's see if this has changed at all. January 22nd, tomorrow. Boom, boom. Where are we? We're right there. Bam, 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 bam. Let me take a quick look here. 7. Sorry, bear with me. Here we go. Shit, man. I mean, if no gap fill, then it's on like, you know, might have to hold on to those 682s, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we kind of have to see. I mean, trading this is like, you know, I don't know if you've been on a mechanical bull. Sure you have. It's kind of the same thing, right? But yeah, God bless. What a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the Moontrain tomorrow. We're riding with the Moontrain.